Hi and welcome back. For today's class, we're going to focus on upper body strength, specifically figuring out how to get a better chaturanga, how to develop strength for chaturanga, but then also to help with arm balances. Now, when we go to do the arm balances in this class, you might be kind of smoked, like too fatigued from doing all the chaturanga prep. So just know that your body will be tired if it doesn't come as well today. Okay, let's get started with a little meditation. All right, so let's begin today's class with a little seated meditation. Sit on enough of a cushion or lift to where it feels like you can sit up straight and tall without slouching. Now, ideally, when we sit for meditation or pranayama, we'd be sitting in lotus. So the position of the legs releases the thighs down so you can be upright. But if you can't sit in lotus, you need to have a little bit of a lift. So half of a block is probably enough for many. Sit up straight and tall. Close your eyes and draw your awareness in while the plane passes. The plane of mindfulness. It's like the bell or the singing bowl. Let the sounds around you be a reminder to anchor inward. Instead of resisting, take it all in. But instead of being identified with the sounds, the thoughts, practice being more identified with the space in between. And observe the field of awareness that the sounds or the thoughts emerge from or come into. Notice your breath. And in today's class, a few weeks ago, we were talking about a concept of how we move and the different struggles that we have with our body are often programmed thought patterns. So things that, messages that we receive throughout our life, messages that society tells us, for example, like, oh, when you're at a certain point, your lower back's just going to start hurting, or something like that. These different ideas that we get. So many of these might not be true. So as you sit in your meditation, experiencing and being more identified with the stillness and the space, maybe we could ask for clarity and the proper understanding and the proper vision. Then open your eyes and come into child's pose. With each exhalation, let yourself be more deeply rooted or grounded. So feel your body sinking towards the earth, towards the core of the earth. And come up onto your hands and your knees. Slide your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders and round your back. Feel your shoulder blades spread. Reach from your buttocks towards the backs of your knees. Let your chin tuck. And then like a wave through your spine, start from the pelvis and roll into extension. Again, initiating from the pelvis, roll into flexion. And into extension. And into flexion, round. Then come into neutral. And step your left foot up to the outside of your left hand. With your left hand, thread through, reach along the inside of your right arm. Stretch from the back of the shoulder, back of the ribs. Take a breath there into your back body. And exhale a little deeper. Then twist open. Reach down through your right hand as you stretch your left arm up. And as you exhale, slide back through. Take an in-breath there. Expand in the lower back, back of the pelvis, back ribs. And then twist open and reach. Last one, slide your arm through nice and slow. Take an in-breath there. And then twist open and reach. Now as you're reaching here, make a fist with your left hand and externally rotate so that your knuckles point forward, your thumb points back. And then slowly let the arm fall overhead towards your ear. And now see if you can rotate your chest a little bit more upward towards the sky. Then take the arm back up. Internally rotate it so that the thumb points forward now. And then slide your hand behind your back towards your right side pocket. Look down towards the ground. Feel a stretch across the side of your neck. And then look back up. Take the arm up. Bring the hand down. And change sides. Step your right foot forward, up to the outside of your right hand. And then slide your right arm through, modified thread the needle with a leg up. Take an in-breath there. And then twist, open up, reach down through the left hand as the right arm stretches. As you exhale, reach back through. Take an in-breath there to expand the back body, the sacrum, the hips, the lower back, the shoulder blades. And then stretch back up. Last one, reach through, modified thread the needle. Take an in-breath there as you're stretching and reaching. And then reach back up. Curl your fingers in, point the thumb back, and reach the arm overhead. Turn the chest more towards the ceiling or sky. Then take the arm back up, internally rotate so the thumb points forward. Slide the hand behind your back towards your left pocket. As you look down, relax your right shoulder away from your ear as the ear drops towards the hand. Then turn your gaze back up, reach your arm up, externally rotate and reach over, plant your hands. Step into plank position. Align your shoulders over your wrists. Feel the heat building here in your body. And see if you can line up your ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Breathe into the opening that you made in your back body for your back ribs to expand, for your front ribs to draw in and up. Resist gravity with your front body. Now stretch back into downward facing dog. Pull the hips up and reach down through your roots, through your hands, through your feet. Ground down to the core of the earth. Raise your left leg up behind you. And as you exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Press the floor down. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, bring your knee to your left armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, bring your knee to your right armpit. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Step your foot up by your thumb. Now through your back foot, imagine your back foot was up against the wall. So lift the heel, press back through the foot. Engage your left outer hip. And then stretch your arms back behind you. So as we hover here, on your exhalation, let your front body release back in. And on your inhalation, breathe into the sacrum, lower back, back ribs. Stretch your arms back behind you and lift the hands away from the ground. Take the arms out to the side, turn the thumbs to point up. Feel the backs of the shoulders strong. Take both arms forward and try to lift your hands up away from the ground. Take your arms back out the side, lift away from the ground. Then internally rotate and reach back. Plant the hands down, step into plank position. Now either with legs straight or with knees down, shift over into your left hand, upper body stability. Can you bring your right hand to your chest? Change, right hand down. Bring the left hand to the chest. Both hands down. Stretch to downward facing dog. Root through your hands, root through your feet. And the better you root down through your hands and your feet, can you grow your arms and legs and spine. Now raise your right leg up. As you exhale, bring your knee up to your pit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, knee to left pit. Inhale, stretch back up. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time, because I missed the first one. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Pull up and step your foot up by your thumb. Then lift your back heel up like your back foot's up against the wall. Ground down to your right heel. Float your arms back behind you. Grow long through your spine, the hips stretch back. Crown reaches forward, lift the hands away from the ground. Then externally rotate so the thumbs point up and stretch the arms out to the side. Reach the arms forward, but try not to let your ribs drop down. Connect the rib cage to the pelvis. Exhale the front ribs back in. Take the arms back out to the side. Lift away from the ground. Then internally rotate as you reach back. Plant your hands down and step to plank position. Round 2 of upper body balance stability. Shift into your right hand. Bring your left hand to your chest. Change. Left hand down. Right hand to the chest. Right hand down. Twist into side plank. Externally rotate your top arm. Reach it overhead. Lift your hip up. Reach back up. Internally rotate, hook behind. If it bothers your wrist at all, you can lower down on your forearm, or you can drop your right knee. Look down. Look back up and take your arm back up. Reach over, come to plank. Shift into your left hand. Twist into side plank. Take the top arm up. Externally rotate as you reach over. Lift the bottom hip. Reach through your hips to your feet. Grow and stretch. Take your arm back up. Internally rotate in a hook. Look down at your left hand. Look back up. Take your arm up and over and come back to plank position. Now set the knees down onto the ground and see if you can draw your shoulder blades up by your ears here and then reach them into your hands and then pull them down. Retract, draw the shoulder blades into each other, up by your ears, push into your hands. Now slide into Virasana, hero's pose, or sit cross-legged if hero's pose bothers your knees at all. And then take your arms out in front of you. We're gonna try that same thing. So draw your shoulder blades up by your ears, and we'll go in reverse now. Retract your shoulder blades, pull them back, but don't let your rib cage move. Your rib cage is staying connected to your pelvis and still. Draw the shoulder blades down without affecting the neck. Reach the shoulder blades forward and up by your ears. And then reverse. Down. Pull them back without pushing your sternum forward. Up by your ears. And then forward and down. Take your arms out to the side, and let's just do one more little mobility thing for the humerus. Let's see, could you turn your right palm up? You can do it with fist or with fingers. Fist is a little easier. As the left thumb turns down. And then change. Left palm turns up as the right thumb turns down. Let the neck be free. Let the shoulders release out of the ears. Change direction. And see if you can turn the bicep to turn now, not just from the wrist. And then change. Right bicep points down as the left bicep points up or back. And then turn both thumbs down. And bring the knuckles as high as you can without the neck or rib cage. And then turn the palms to face each other and reach the fingers up. Spread your arms. Bring your hands back down. Stretch back into down dog. Step your feet up to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Stretch down and connect through your roots. And as you inhale, come all the way up. Spread your arms, reach up. Then spread the arms out to the side and fold forward. Inhale on this first one, hands to shins. Press the hands, engage the back muscles, and lengthen the spine. Then plant the hands to the ground. Step the left leg back into a lunge. Inhale, lengthen in your lunge, stretch. Exhale, step into plank position. Inhale, reach the shoulder blades towards the hands without rounding. Exhale, left hand to your chest. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, change sides, right hand to your chest. Inhale, hold here, lengthen. Exhale, both hands down. Stretch back to dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to chest, pull up, round your back. Inhale, tap the knee down to the ground and lengthen. Exhale, use your strong core, pull up, lift. Inhale, lower slow. Exhale, pull back up. Inhale, lower slow. Exhale, pull up. Step your foot up to your thumb and inhale, lengthen in your lunge. Exhale, step your back leg forward and fold. Root through your feet and inhale, come all the way up. Spread the arms and reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Step the right leg back into the lunge. As you inhale, stretch back through your inner foot. Exhale, step into plank position. As you inhale, lengthen your spine and reach the shoulder blades into the hands. Exhale, right hand to your chest. Inhale, open the back body here. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, back body space. Exhale, both hands down. Stretch back into down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up behind you. Exhale, knee to chest, pull up. Inhale, tap your knee down. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, knee down. Exhale, pull up. Lift your shin up higher. Inhale, tap down. Exhale up. Step your foot up to your thumb and inhale, lengthen in your lunge. Exhale, step your back leg forward and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch through your legs as you spread the arms and reach. Exhale, bring your arms down at your side. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back and raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step back into plank position. Now we're going to do a push-up challenge, a chaturanga challenge. But first, we're just going to start with the isometric of chaturanga. You can use block support or you can just lift from the ground. So lie down flat on your belly, or as an intermediate version, put the medium block under your waist, like so, hips, or underneath your chest. If you're doing the more advanced version, you're just flat on the ground and you're gonna lift your whole body up to shoulder height. If you're in this intermediate version, we're gonna hold here in the perfect chaturanga position and engage. Press back through the inner heels like you're pressing into a wall. Lengthen through your crown. Collarbones broad, press into the hands, and then start to press the floor away from you with 20% effort, 30, 40, squeeze your glutes, 50, 60, 70, max effort. See if you can hover your body off the block all at the same height without doing the worm at all. And we're going to hold that for 20 more seconds. This is freaking hard. Good, then lower onto your belly. Oh my gosh. And then see if you can lift the hands off the ground to work the muscles in the back. Hollow your core at the same time. So you're just hovering the hands off the ground here, but engaging your whole body at the same time, just like you were doing when we were doing chaturanga. And I don't quite have the flexibility to slide the hands back more and hover them. I have to bring them forward, kind of in line with the shoulders, but you might be able to do better. Then press up into plank. Downward facing dog. Holy smokes, that was a whole chest situation. So getting really good at that hover position, or just feeling like you're gonna hover, will start to teach your body the position for chaturanga and the strength for it. After this vinyasa, I'm gonna do a different exercise for you guys. Step your right foot, crescent lunge, inhale, come up. So windy today. Bring hands to prayer and lean your chest out over your knee. Hold here, or step up into one-legged mountain. Left foot lifts up, knee up. Stretch your legs straight forward if you can, and then raise your arms up. Then bend the right knee and wrap the left leg over. Watch out for the ollie. And cross your left arm under. So this is a flow that we've been working on over this month. Just hope that the more you're practicing this little balance flow, the better your balance is getting. Then uncross legs and tip into warrior three. Step back into the crescent. Raise your left arm, right hand to your hip. Twist, hook your elbow and go hands to prayer. Or slide your armpit a little deeper, go fingertips to block or floor, and then reach your right arm overhead. Just like when we were doing the thread the needles at the beginning, see if on your exhalation you can deflate the tension in the front body and feel the spine elongate and the sacrum and back body open. Place your hands back onto your mat and step back for a vinyasa, or you can just stretch right back into down dog. If you want to add a little up dog, chaturanga down dog, go for it. Step your left foot for crescent. Inhale, come up. Bring hands to prayer. Lean out over your knee. Then step up into a one-legged mountain pose. Without your right foot touching the ground, ideally, come up to stand. Bring your knee up, arms up as you stretch the leg out, and then come into eagle. Bend your left leg, wrap your right leg up and over, right arm under. Then uncross and tip into warrior three. Step into crescent, left hand to hip, stretch your right arm. Then twist, elbow to knee, hands to prayer, or slide armpit, shoulder, fingertips to floor or fingertips to block. Man, I still got the chest bump going from that chaturanga. That was a good little exercise we had there. Then place your hands back down and step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Okay, round two, we're gonna work on the push-up, which doing repetitions will help to strengthen your body. So I'm gonna show you two different levels for this. You can go over to a wall and do wall push-ups with your hands at shoulder height. You can go to something a little bit lower, a table or a bench. You can do it from your hands and your knees, like so. Or you can do the full chaturanga. But we're gonna try to do 10 of these to strengthen your body. So whichever one you do, let's shoot for 10. If the knees one is difficult, you can't keep your alignment, then I'm gonna show you the modification. So let's bust out 10 of these together. See if you can keep your Tadasana line, whichever one you're doing, hips, shoulders, ears. And then we're gonna do the chaturanga hold. So once you finish your 10, either lie on your belly or onto your block. Get your hands in position. You ready for this one? Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. This one's hard. And then press back to your heels like you're against the wall. Best to actually be against the wall. Squeeze the glutes down. Head up in line. And then start to press down. 10% effort. 20 without disturbing your alignment. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% effort, 90%. See if you can hover off that block for 30 seconds. Keep the legs turned on. Halfway there. Last 5. Oh, lower yourself down. Oh my gosh, I need to work on that more. Lie down on your belly, and we're gonna do the opposite muscles in the back here. Point your toes, squeeze your glutes, and then see if you can lift the hands up off and hover them off the ground. Draw your sternum in and down. Keep your neck and your toes reaching, neck long. Just hovering the hands off the ground here. Then press up into plank. And stretch back, downward dog. And bring your leg up for single leg pigeon. If you're not a single leg pigeon person, then do whatever else you gotta do for this part. You can lie on your back and do ankle to knee. You could do a cross-legged forward fold instead. Change sides. Sit over onto your front leg hip, your left hip, and bring your right leg around. Cross your right ankle to the outside of your left knee and twist. Hook your left elbow around your knee. Twist to the right. And see if you can hook your right arm behind your back here. Release and change the cross of your legs. Right elbow hooks around, left hand reaches back. You can keep the fingertips down or hook your hand behind your back. Then, if possible, cross knee over knee or work on your cross-legged seat. You might want to slide something underneath your buttock for this one. Since in the classic pose, you're actually sitting on your heel, so a little bit of lift can help you to get better into this one. You could also just sit onto the heel and then take your left hand behind your back from above, right hand from under. Gomukhasana. can work on your upright seat or start to fold forward to go deeper into the hip stretch. For some, just sitting up straight with crossed legs is hip stretch enough. So work on the pose that's appropriate for you today. Change the cross of your legs. Release that and sit with your legs wide apart. Sit up tall or start to stretch forward. Maybe hook your big toes. Maybe just hold your legs. Go to your edge, be there and breathe. Then come back up and bring your left heel into Janu Shirshasana position. Turn to face your right leg. And then stretch out any amount out over your right leg. Inhale back up. Take your left leg out wide. Bring your right heel in. Turn to face your left leg. And then stretch out any amount over that left leg. Inhale back up. Bring your left ankle right into the divot between your right ankle and your right heel bone, if possible. If not, you could just rest it right in front. And then bring the tip of the thumb, tip of the index finger together for Yana Mudra, the seal of wisdom. And before we finish our practice, let's do a brief meditation here to check back in. Feel the sensations in the body. Notice your breath. And as the sounds pass through and the thoughts, be the space between. Thank you. Namaste. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for today's class. Hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you now feel like you have the tools to develop a really good chaturanga, which is going to help for all the arm balance. That's the foundation for your arm balance. If you want to learn more, I give specific exercises in the arm balance course if you're having difficulty getting into some of those and you want to learn. But just remember, a lot of it is your mobility with your hips and your hamstrings. So focus on also those hip stretches we did at the end. That will be a big component into getting into advanced asana. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.